How to use Skool to build a thriving online community. If you're serious about building a high-value, high-engagement online community, you know that the platform you choose is everything. Now, Skool is designed specifically to maximize engagement by combining a focused social feed with course delivery and gamification, all without the distractions of traditional social media. In this video, we're going to take a walk through the exact blueprint for using Skool's features to build a thriving, profitable online community. We'll show you how to structure your community feed with custom categories, how to link your course content to member progress using the classroom, and most importantly, how to use the leaderboard to turn passive members into active participants. By the end of this tutorial, you have a clear strategy for launching and scaling a community that runs itself. Also, if you want to try out Skool yourself, you can check out my link down below in the description for a free 14-day trial. 14 days is more than enough time to test out Skool yourself. So let's begin. Now in phase 1, you're going to focus on structuring the conversation using the community tab. A thriving community needs clear organization. If your discussion feed is cluttered, people won't post and they certainly won't stick around. So the first thing you'll need to do is to focus on your settings. We're going to go over to your settings, and this can be found over on the right side, and you can see settings right here. And then once you go over to general, this is basically the About page. You're going to make sure that your group name and group description resonates with what your purpose is. Also, you need to make sure that you have your icon and your cover page in order to stay visually relevant and attract the right community. Providing the right description sets the expectation for the type of content members should post. Next, you'll need to make sure that membership questions are set under the plugins to vet for high quality members. In order to do this, you can come over to plugins, click on membership questions, and then you can add a question and toggle this on. Having these questions, as we mentioned, will vet for high quality members, and it's nice to have this feature. Now, the next thing you'll like to do is to use categories for clarity. Now, in your community tab, there will be a crucial step to follow for categories. Now, in order to get to categories, you can still find it right here. So you don't need to go back. You just simply need to come down to categories, click on it. Now, since the community is focused on financial growth and mental strength, we'll be creating a few categories to organize discussions. In order to do this, in your case, you just need to follow along, click on New, and then provide a name. The first here is going to be financial wins and breakthroughs. We'd like to have this category for sharing success stories on debt paydown, hitting saving goals, or passive income. Then of course you could have one of these two options. It's currently on members, and members and admins can post in this category. If you choose admins, it means that only admins can post or move post to this category. You could leave it on members because you want your community to see what fellow community members are going through. So we're going to leave it at members, and you could also set the sort settings. Now, before we click on add, you can see that it's not particularly activated. And this is because we've actually passed the word limit. So we're going to delete something to get to meet up with it. So we've deleted that, and we have just financial wins and breakthroughs without the icon. So we're going to click add. Then we're going to try to add another category. Click on new, have a new category. And here you can see investment strategy Q&A. So here we could decide to leave it with members, or we could decide to have it with admins. So we're going to create questions in this category, such as frequently asked questions, and just have the questions and answers for others to see. Again, this is up to you to decide. So we're going to click on add. So we have one category for members and one for admins. We have a total of 3 because the general discussion is by default going to be there. So this is how you get to sort through categories by creating new ones and understanding what the goals are. Now we're going to be looking at another aspect, pinned posts. Now you need to ensure that every new member gets the necessary orientation. To do this, you will create 2 crucial posts, a welcome and start here post, linking directly to the platform, and a community roles and expectations post. So let's do just that. So we have our first post, welcome to the winner's mindset, and we have some information right there. Now once you scroll down, you can click on post, and now that it's posted, you're going to click on the three dots right here, and then you're going to click on pin to course page. So once you click on that, you have this prompt to pin to the page. Now, once you click on the placeholder, you get to choose the course which you have already. If you have multiple, you'll need to choose which is applicable to your introductory message. So click on it. Great. So you can see it's taken us to the classroom, and for anyone who gets to the classroom for the Financial Freedom and Focus course, they're going to have just this. So this is how you get to put this right at the top of your course to help them read this information and get the best out of it. So if anyone comes to your course, they can click on it and find the information right there. And then we can go back to community, and in order to have something right here in the community and not in the course, we can create another. We're going to click on write something, then we're going to put in a title and some content to it. As you can see, it's the winner's mindset code of conduct while being here in the community. So we're going to click post. And as we clicked on post, it says you must select a category. So we're just going to do that, and we're going to say general discussion, click on post. And finally, we now have it right here. Now, if you click on the three dots here, you can say pin to feed, and it's going to say pinned. So now you can see that it's at the top, and you can see pinned. However, our very first post is not saying pinned right here because we actually pinned it in our course or our classroom. Now, in our second phase, we're going to be talking about the engagement loop, our classroom to leaderboards. Now, a truly thriving community does connect learning with action. This is where you link the classroom and the leaderboard. Now, if you click on the classroom tab, your goal here isn't just to deliver content, but to engage questions that actually flow back into the community. Upload your core training into modules and lessons. A great practice is to end each lesson with a call to action, such as saying, go back to the community tab and post your biggest takeaway in the wins and success category. Remember, we talked about categories earlier, so you're going to have the wins and successes category positioned, created before you do this. This bridges the learning gap. At this point, we'd like to remind you that if you want to try out Skool for yourself, you can check out my link down below in the description for a 14-day free trial. This period of time is more than enough to test out Skool yourself. Now we're going to move over to the leaderboard. Now when you click on the leader tab, this is your retention secret. People earn points by being active. You need to make those points mean something. So go over to the settings gear right here, and you can see level 1 to level 9. And you can also see that if you compare our Skool page with yours, you might just have level without any name to it. Adding names to different levels make them fun and relevant. And most importantly, you must reward certain levels. In order to do this, you can click away and then go over to Classroom. Then on the course, you can click on the three dots, which once you hover over the cover page, you can see it right there. And then you can click on Edit Course. Now you can see here under the different access options, you can see Level Unlock. It says Members Unlock at a specific level. So you're going to click on it and you can see access starts at level. You could choose the level. So if you choose level 3 and decide to click Save, this course will only be available if the leader gets to level 3. As you can see, unlock financial freedom and focus. Great. So this is how you get to put different courses to follow as a reward for certain levels as they make their progress. The next phase is the high value interaction and automation. This is phase 3 and it's also an important phase in your process. Now, a healthy community requires the creator to be present, but Skool gives you the tools to manage the interaction efficiently. So what we're going to do now is to go over to the calendar. Now, this is where you can get your members together for a hangout, either on a Skool call, Zoom, Google Meet, or in person. So don't just schedule one call. Schedule recurring calls for main Q&A and a separate call for specialized topics. So for example, you can click on the Q&A because these are just some templates you could use, and then you can decide that it's a recurring event. You could decide it to occur every Wednesday and that it never ends. At the top here, you can see repeat every 1 week. You could say 1 month, or you could say repeat every 2 months. But if you wanted to actually repeat twice a month, you could decide to say repeat every 2 weeks. And this is going to repeat every Wednesday. If you want to put some descriptions, you could put them there to help your members. Now you get to also decide the access, if you want all members to have access to this, or if you want members on level 1, level 2, or above to have access to this. If we say level 2 as a reward for getting to level 2, that's exactly what's going to be. So this is a great tool that Skool has provided as it helps with recurring scheduling. Now, since Skool automatically manages time zone conversions, your members will always know when to show up, which significantly increases attendance for live events. And then managing your notifications. Notifications are a great way to keep everyone knowing what's going on. So you might decide to teach your members how to use the notification settings, as Skool allows granular control. You can encourage members to turn off notifications for the general feed, but keep them on for technical Q&A category or for the calendar event they join. And this reduces notification fatigue, which is essential for long-term retention. Now, in order to do this, each member just simply needs to go over to their profile icon, click on settings. Then on the left side, you can go over to notifications, and then you can see notifications for different reasons, and then you can click on the community which you're in, and then make your preferences to help avoid notification fatigue. And now the last thing we'd like to talk about is your creator presence and curation. Now, your job as a community leader is not to answer every question, but to curate the conversation. So don't let new members' posts go unanswered for long, but encourage other members to step in. Acknowledge and like the best answers from your members. This signals to the community that peer-to-peer support is valued and incentivized, thus lightening your load and making the community self-sustaining. In conclusion, to build a thriving Skool community, you must move beyond simply hosting content. You must utilize the system's integrated features, the structure, the community with categories, incentivize action with the leaderboard's level up feature, and maintain consistency with the calendar. By linking the learning directly to the engagement, you create a powerful, self-sustaining loop that encourages retention and organic growth. Skool is arguably the best platform available today for turning an audience into a motivated, interactive tribe. Don't forget that if you want to try out Skool yourself, you can check out my link down below in the description for a free 14-day trial. This period should be more than enough time to test out Skool yourself. Now we wish you success in creating your engaged community, and we'll see you in the next one.